prepped out some overnight oats for the weekend. So this is basically what I put in my overnight oats. I usually do the Bob's Red Mill old-fashioned rolled oats, and then I do just like a teaspoon of brown sugar, and then I do sprinkle some of this in there, the ground nutmeg. I'm basically doing like an eggnog overnight oats this go around because we have some eggnog that needs to be used up. But I also always usually try to add some sort of protein in my overnight oats because I try to get protein as my first source meal of the day. Like that's like the first priority is just getting enough protein in. So I do a scoop of that, and then I add just a little bit of honey, and then also had some whole milk. So I did the whole milk and eggnog to about half a cup of whole milk and a quarter cup of eggnog in here. So I'm gonna put the lids on these, shake them up real good, and put them in the fridge so they're ready. So yummy. Also prepped out some cold brew for the weekend too. Basically we just use our French press and just do normal ground coffee in it, and I boil the water and then put the grounds at the bottom, like this much grounds, and then pour the hot water in it after it's boiling and just let it sit for at least like 10 minutes. And then once it looks pretty dark, I'll just like mash it down, and then I'll stick it in the fridge, and we'll pretty much have some cold brew too for the weekend, in case we don't want hot coffee. So this is our little coffee station with the Breville. So yeah, sometimes I want just good cold brew iced coffee and not necessarily a latte. So got that prepped out for the weekend as well. So here's my to-do list. I usually try to make a to-do list every single day of things to do around the house. So basically, let's see, we put the dishes away already. I still need to wipe the counters, vacuum the upstairs, bonus room, and then plan to reorganize underneath the kitchen sink. It just feels like we just throw stuff down underneath there, so we kind of need to organize that. It looks like a little hot mess. Then I also need to prep out some bread baskets, so I will update you guys on the bread baskets. But basically I kind of created this like little bread basket thing for like holidays and stuff. I know some people struggle with knowing what to get their kids as teachers, or their coworkers, or their bosses, or even just like family and friends, ideas for Christmas on what to get them. So I kind of created this like little bread basket. I started making bread, and I also made English muffins as well. And so I kind of put together, I'm like, how cute would this be to make like a bread basket? So then I just scrolled on Pinterest and like found some bread basket ideas. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy the supplies and like post it and see if any interest in it. And I prayed over it, and I was like, God, like if I could get at least like 5 bread baskets sold, then that would just make my day. Well, little did I know, ask and you shall receive. I ended up getting 32 orders of bread baskets. I believe it's 32. It might have gone up a little bit to like 35, I think. And I was not expecting to get 35 bread baskets, let me tell you. So that is on our to-do list. Thankfully, I've already prepped out the English muffins. I just got to put those in the bags. And then I am going to prep a bunch of loaves of bread. I have to prep at least 21 loaves of bread this weekend. Ask and you shall receive. Let me tell you, it works. The power of prayer, y'all. Yeah. He loves the mommy. So we're getting our workout in today. Today is Thursday. Kind of have a lot to do on our little to-do list. So we did our Bible study, had our coffee, had our breakfast this morning, and then we cleaned the house a little bit. And then now we are getting our workout in. We are currently 23 and a half weeks pregnant. Bump is bumping. Little boy is just a growing away. So, yeah, trying to stay active as much as I possibly can. So that's not going how I intended on it being, basically. Since being pregnant, I was like, I'm gonna be this like super motivated pregnant woman, blah blah blah. Let me tell you, especially in the wintertime and you have a garage gym, it's just like freezing cold. Like I have my little heater on back there that you could see. I turned it on like an hour ago just to kind of get warmed up in here, but it's still pretty cold. Also, since being pregnant, I hate being hot. So I'd rather be cold than hot. So we're gonna get a little workout in, probably just like a 20-minute little workout, full body workout in. So I try to mainly focus on core work. I do like a little bit of like lower body, upper body, that sort of thing. But my main focus when I'm doing those strength exercises is really engaging my core, even when I'm doing upper body and lower body, that sort of thing. I'm so out of breath, as you can tell. So, typically I'll also like hop on the little bike, do like a little YouTube video for like just a low impact ride, just to kind of get my heart rate up a little bit and get my body warmed up. And then, or I'll also do like a 10 to 15 minute walk on the treadmill. So this guy has been so attached. We'll see if he'll let me work out, but usually he likes to get in the middle of my workouts and interrupt me, but that's okay. We love it. We love when he interrupts. I don't get too mad at him, because I'd rather have a cuddly, lovey doggy than a dog that just like, it's like a cat that just minds their own business. Get our workout in. Kind of record it so you guys see what I typically will do with like full body and stuff. So let's work out. So right now I am finishing up like little fine details that I have for the bread boxes or the bread baskets. So basically on the bread basket, when I tie the cute little ribbon on it and stuff, I add like a little note on top as like a finishing touch. And I wrote out this Bible verse, and it says, "And Jesus said unto them, I am the bread of life, and he that believeth in me shall never thirst." John 6:35. I thought this was just like a great little touch of, you know, spreading love and joy, and that's what the Christmas season is about, and just trusting in Him that He will always provide for you, and God will never let you be hungry and thirst. So if He can feed the birds, He'll feed you. It's a reminder for those who, you know, may be going through a hard time, struggling, or just trying to figure out like how to find joy in this season and financially afford a bunch of things, whether it's gifts or food or, you know, a lot of holiday Christmas parties and stuff with work or school and stuff. It's not all about the gifts. It's all about just spreading love and kindness and being the light in other people's lives. And the season is all about Jesus anyways. It's not about gifts. It's not about a gorgeous Christmas tree or any of that stuff. So remember that. So I'm going to finish writing up these little gift tags to put on the bread baskets and kind of start putting them together. And then tomorrow I'm going to start baking the bread loaves, so that way they're fresh. And I have the English muffins prepped already, so those are good. And then yeah, I'll show you guys the finished product once I'm finished with it all. I'll probably take you guys along with me to bake the bread loaves tomorrow. So yeah, I am just heating up some soup right now too for dinner. So just want something simple. I really just did not want leftovers. We had pasta and chicken, so I just really don't want that again. I had it for lunch. So I just heat up a little bit of some soup in it from a can and eat that for dinner. Wait on Chance to get home. And yeah, just hang out. Some yummy lasagna soup. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Sit. High five. High five. Good boy. Lay down. Oh, lay down. But lay down. Good boy. Up, up. With it. Spin. Hey, spin. Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Hello vlog. It is Friday. I totally did not pick up the camera first thing this morning, so we are starting our day running errands. I took Willett to the groomers, so he's dropped off at the groomers, and then I dropped off a package to return for Amazon at UPS. And now we are doing our Target pickup order. So we picked that up, and then I also got a snack so I can eat something before my massage appointment. So we're eating our little egg white bites for a snack. And then I also packed a rice cake with me too. So yeah, we are gonna go stop at, I gotta pick up this order from this lady that I used to work with. She does she does beef tallow, or sells beef tallow, so we are picking up an order, or I'm picking up an order of that for my parents and I, and then after that, then we're gonna go to my massage appointment. I've been having like really bad low back, middle back, sciatic pain lately for some reason, so obviously it's related to pregnancy, but it has been affecting my sleep at night, so we are trying to get that fixed. So hopefully, I've heard good things about getting a prenatal massage and that helping, whether it's like temporary or whatever, so we're gonna try that out. If I experience the pain again in the next like couple weeks or a month, then I may look into prenatal chiropractic care, because your girl needs sleep, especially before this baby gets here, because I'm not gonna have any sleep when the baby gets here. So, but I also feel like this is a way of like God preparing a woman's body, like you're about to not have any sleep when the baby gets here, so get used to this kind of thing. But yeah, so that's on the agenda today, and then after my massage appointment, I'm gonna come pick Willett up from the groomers, and then we will head back home and chill at home the rest of the day probably. So just an eventful Friday morning before the weekend starts, or kicking off the weekend. So we are about to, I'm gonna finish up my egg bites, and then we are gonna head to pick up that stuff and then head to my appointment. So Babadogas. Shrimp tacos. Devoured. Good morning. It is Saturday morning and I look rough again today. Did not get myself put together. But this morning I just kind of took it slow. I already had my coffee. I already had my little overnight oats that I prepped out. And now I am gonna do my little Bible study. I've been doing this little Advent study on the Bible app. It's been really good and I've actually enjoyed it a lot. And it's just like it's a guy that just records it and you just listen to him basically. It's not like a sit here and read kind of thing. Sometimes like if I'm reading, I have to like reread it multiple times for it to absorb in my brain. Just listening to it and just envisioning and like the way, like the fluctuations in his tone of voice, like I can actually understand and like, as our preacher says, pull up our lawn chair and just sit there and visualize everything that's happening. So I'm following along in the scripture to what he's saying. So it's been really good. I've actually really enjoyed it a lot. I'm a couple days behind, so I got to do a couple days today. And then after that, we'll get started on our bread making today. I got to make at least 10 or 11 loaves of bread today. So it shouldn't be too bad. I bought another Dutch oven the other week to prepare for this. So I can have 2 baking at the same time in the oven. So it shouldn't be too bad. So we're gonna do our little Advent study. I got some little Christmas worship music playing in the background. And we are gonna have ourselves a morning. So we're gonna do this, bake our breads. I'll let you guys kind of follow along and watch some of my bread making stuff. So stay tuned for that.